Good Thursday morning, y'all. Welcome back to poppaprepper. T here. Hope everybody's having a great morning. I'm actually recording this Thursday morning. Just rolled out of bed because I got too tired last night. Feel better though. I feel a lot better. Slept good last night. So today's going to be, I'm going to jump right into it because I still got to get stuff squared away and get ready for work. So I'm going to jump right into it. This is part 2 of the medical things. And like I said, some of these are a little more extreme, but wouldn't be a bad thing to have. Okay. I'm going to start off with Kelly clamps. I was just going to show you guys what Kelly clamps look like, because I do have some. And it's best to have the curved and the straight. They come in handy for, whatever you're doing, from sutures to holding wounds open to clean them out. Just a lot of different uses. Still not good at the camera thing, guys. There's curved. And then, of course, once you get what you're trying to get a hold of, they clamp together and lock. So that gives you the freedom of using your hand still. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of klutzy first thing in the morning. And here are the straight. Same concept. You get what you're trying to, get a hold of there, cleaning out your wounds or whatnot, and you clamp it together, and it gives you the use of your hand. And those are Kelly clamps. Alcohol pads, you definitely want as many alcohol pads as you can have. I've said it before, you can get them a pack of 100 at the Dollar Tree for $1. So really no excuse not to have them. Vitamins, multivitamins and vitamin C. Obvious reasons, grid down, SHTF, bugging out, even bugging in. There's a possibility that you're going to run into some vitamin deficiencies, and you want to prevent that at any means. So definitely be stocking up on your vitamins. And they boost your immune system. Our bodies revolve around a good balance of vitamins. Without vitamins, we're susceptible to anything. N95 masks. Love them or hate them. I get it. I don't wear a mask as often as I can get away with it. But in certain situations, at least if you have to wear one that works. And even with that being said, that's not 100%. None of them are. Well, without the full-blown gas mask, stuff like that. But the N95, they will help keep dirty air. They do their purpose for, as best they can. So, if you have to have a mask, N95s. Antiseptics, always a good thing to include, and have different kinds. There's several different kinds. I ordered this. If you can read it, it's just basically iodine. It's the good stuff. I ordered a case of 4 of these from Amazon for like $13, $12, something like that. Definitely worth the money. Many different uses. Just keeps the skin clean around open wounds, or worst case scenario, say you're bugged out or whatever, and you do have a doctor in your mag or whatever, but they're out of supplies or whatnot. It's a good thing to have in case somebody needs to be opened up. It keeps the skin clean. It's got a lot of multiple uses. But anyway, you want different kinds of antiseptics. Excuse me. Another one people don't realize is just a plain old white cotton sheet. You can get a twin size flat sheet. You can roll it up to almost nothing. And that is, multiple uses. Anything from tying off on a splint to a sling for your arm, or, to help tie up your arm or your limbs for elevation if you've broke a limb. Right down to using it for dressing if you would have to. So one, just twin size, or whatever size you want, but twin's the smallest. Just a plain white flat sheet, and you can get multiple uses out of that. And make sure it's cotton. You definitely want a cotton sheet. I'm sorry. Dental. A lot of people don't think about, your teeth. Over time, not having proper dental care and stuff like that, your teeth are just going to start going. You can prevent it, but eventually that stuff's going to get hard and hard to find. So, dental filling material, that's something you're really not going to want to mess with, but it comes down to it, you might have to. You can get different kinds, and also you can do DIY with plain candle wax, especially if you have like exposed nerves. If you want to wait till the candle wax is cool enough that it's not going to send you into shock from the heat on an exposed nerve, but still warm enough to where it's manageable, and get that in the tooth working around. You just want to basically form a cap, and that stuff will last longer than the dental fill, or so I've read. Let me say that, so I've read. Dental floss, obvious issues. Durabond or super glue, for cuts, stuff like that. They are quick and handier than having to break out sutures and stuff like that. Super glue will work, but it burns. I do know that. Burns like fire. So if you can pick up the Durabond, that would be great. But if you can't, super glue will work. Gatorade or electrolyte powder, electrolyte tablets. Gatorade makes electrolyte tablets and powder if you want to go the Gatorade route. Or you can just get, generic whatever brand. Anything to keep your body at the electrolyte levels that it needs to be at. Especially if you're, like bugging out, grid down, SHTF. Sorry guys, it's time to get up for work. I'm already a step ahead. But where was I? Gatorade and electrolytes. You definitely want to keep your electrolyte levels up, especially if you're going to be doing more exerting tasks, like bugging out, bugging in or bugging out. If it's grid down, society's collapsed, you're going to be working a lot, to keep everything going. So just make sure you're keeping that stuff up, your electrolytes. Antibiotic ointments and creams. Excuse me. Definitely, you want to have plenty of antibiotic cream. Because, say, you got a pretty decent gash or whatever on your arm or leg, you're going to want that, antibiotic cream, because, there are wounds bad enough to, I've been prescribed antibiotic pills just to help fight infection, but you're not going to have that option. So you're going to want to have plenty of antibiotic creams, gels, ointments, whatever it is you can get your hands on. You want a stockpile of it, because it's definitely, you don't want to get infection on anything. any kind of infection in a grid down situation. Another one with the teeth is dental extractors. I know that's not going to be pleasant, but it could be a necessity. So you definitely would want to be ready for that. And dental, you can use like needle nose pliers, stuff like that if it came down to it. But, it just depends on how you want to do it. You just know that that could be a very strong possibility. Let's see. Snake bite kit. You can get these anywhere from Walmart to Amazon. Not saying that they're going to save a life, but it's better than having nothing, and it's better than not trying. You know what I mean? Sutures. I'll show you guys this. Another thing I ordered. There's 28 in here, and I think it was like $10, maybe a little bit more on Amazon. But it goes from like hold on a second. It goes from a 0 up to I'm thinking it was a 6. Yeah, 0 to a 6. And I'll open one up just to show you guys. Come in little individual sealed, packs. Strip it open. The inside's all sealed up, nice seals. And these are made by Matrix Wizard, if anybody's interested. And then you open the pack across there. Take it out. It's got a little tab there to slide back. And then it is designed to hold it while you're suturing. And it can't focus in right there. Well, it started to. Man, I can't get used to this. Anyway, you get the idea. There's your suture thread. Again, and you can buy fake skin. You can practice on a lot of things, like you can take and slice an orange out open, suture it back closed. Fake skin, stuff like that. You definitely don't want to just go at somebody like, trust me, man, I got this. Because they're going to be, already hurting, and just that uncertainty, you don't want to put people through that. So if you decide, sutures is something you're going to have on hand and be able to use, make sure that, you learn how. I personally have sutured myself before. It's not fun, but it had to be done. But it's a trip. Aloe vera. You definitely want to have aloe vera on hand, because it's inevitable. Grid down, working outside and stuff, you're going to get sunburnt. Eventually sunscreen will either expire or just, you're going to run out. And aloe vera, you're definitely going to want it around. Even if it's, aloe vera plants, you want it on hand. Steri strips. That's a very good alternative if the wound's not severe enough. Like, if it's severe enough for a few stitches, but not severe enough for like that type of suture, the steri strips will work and help keep it closed. You know, they do what they're supposed to. Excuse me, CPR masks. Definitely something you can have a lot of in a very small space, because, you know, say, you know, you come across somebody, you know, anybody that needs CPR, and, you know, just putting your mouth on somebody else's mouth, you know, especially if it's grid down, SHTF, you know, you don't know what they've been exposed to, you don't know how clean they are, but you don't want to just let somebody die either if it's preventable. So I would definitely have CPR masks. Ammonia inhalants. That a lot of people are against those, but they do work. Say, you know, somebody's been knocked out, whatever. I'm sure you've seen it in the movies or whatever. They break open a little thing, wave it under their nose, and they're miraculously like, oh. Well, it don't always work that way, but they can be used for that. I read that they can help keep you awake too. Like, if you're feeling drowsy, just smell them, and, you know, I don't know about that, but they say they're useful to fight through fatigue and stuff like that, just smelling them. I really shouldn't have put it on here because I don't know if that's true or not. So take that one with a grain of salt, guys. Hydrogen peroxide, obvious reasons. Another one for your mouth is a dental mirror. You know, the little round mirrors the dentist use to see in the back of your mouth. You're definitely, you know, especially if you know, have the dental extractors, like, so, worst case scenario, you're your own dentist. You're definitely going to want to see what's going on back there before you go try yanking teeth or whatever. And I know that sounds hardcore, but think about it. You know, just like first aid, EMTs, first responders, police, they're not going to be around in this situation. So you sure as hell are not going to find a dentist. Unless you just happen to know a guy. Quick Clot. Another one, and it's a clotting powder, and that's just exactly what it is. It's, you know, it's to help stop the bleeding, to make it clot, you know, just to speed that process along. Now, obviously, it depends on the severity of the wound. Like, if you've taken a gunshot wound to the chest or somebody, I mean, it's going to help a little, but, I mean, it's only going to do so much. Scalpels. I put it on here, but that's kind of your own, you know, your own preference, I guess. Because if it comes down to it, you know, the situation's bad enough. Not that, you know, you could do open heart surgery or nothing, but, you know, if somebody has a very large abscess or, you know, something like that that needs drained, most anybody can do that with just a little bit of research. Not saying you should. I'll say that again. I'm not a medical professional. This is stuff you could do, not stuff you should do. Big difference. Okay. But, you know, with the scalpel, they come in individualized, you know, sanitized packs. So if you are going to be cutting an abscess open, or, you know, whatever it may be, you're going to want that sharp, very sterile blade to do it with. Okay, that's all I'm saying. EpiPens, of course, you can't get those over the counter. But if you can get a hold of some, if you can get a prescription for some, and that'd be a good thing to have. Antibacterial soap, that's kind of a given as well. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. I can't remember if my list from last night I had this on there or not, but a skin stapler and remover. You can buy these on Amazon, but please learn how to use it. You can watch YouTube videos, you can read, just learn how to use it. Obviously, it's not that complicated, or you wouldn't just be able to buy it, okay? But it is a good thing to have. I think I don't have one. I would love to get one. Obviously, it'd be a lot easier to do than sutures, but like I said, it just all depends on what you have access to. And the last one, I believe I think I had like antifungal stuff on the list from yesterday, but athlete's feet powder. Not only you can use that for athlete's feet, because like I said, I can't say it enough. Actually, you got to take care of your feet, because if you lose your feet, it's game over. If you can't be up and on your feet and moving, your survival chances has plummeted to near nothing. I mean, you gotta have your feet. I think that's the end of my list for today. And I did have a couple on here, but I'm not going to mention them because it's kind of, everybody their own type of thing. Anyway, guys, we're almost to Friday. That's a good thing, right? Thank you for the feedback from yesterday on the other medical video. Same way with this one. If I forgot something or you guys feel I was wrong about something, just let me know. Again, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just trying to pass on some information that I think could be useful to anybody. Just let me know, guys. Don't forget, Therapy Thursday tonight, live at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you guys there. Just a second. Almost forgot again. I have something wrote down here somewhere. I wish one of y'all would come over here and clean my office up. Here it is. Mama Prepper's favorite musician is Kid Rock. Mama Prepper's favorite musician is Kid Rock. That's number 4 of the daily facts. Alright, guys, get back to work, look productive, get busy, whatever it is you're doing today. I'll hopefully see y'all tonight. God bless. I love each and every one of y'all. poppaprepper out. Hey guys, before I go, I wanted to, I had it wrote down separately, so I kind of forgot. Kind of odd that I'd forget, seeing how I am one. But the diabetic folks, okay? Sadly enough, we're going to be a group of the people that's going to be struggling hard. Because unless you have, well, I mean, face it, we're not going to be able to stock up. You can buy insulin over the counter. Not over the counter, well, at a pharmacy, you can buy extra insulin. It's very expensive. So unless you got a lot of cash, and even with that, it's only going to last so long. That kind of leaves us out in the cold. So, I mean, I really don't have, and even if you had, a huge supply, if you have to bug out, no electricity, no way to keep anything cold, that insulin's going to go bad. It's almost like we as diabetics are kind of like in a no-win situation. And I don't mean that to, scare people. I don't. But that's just one of the harsh realities is we're going to struggle. We will be left with no choice but to just try as best we can to control it with what we eat. That's about all we got. Like I said, you can buy insulin over the counter, but it's very expensive. A lot of things about this world I don't understand. How you can get like Narcan and stuff like that fairly, I don't know. I'm not going to get into all that. I could get on a rant about that real quick. But anyway, guys, if I come across some, and trust me, I've read a lot about, the diabetic folks and what we're going to be left with, and it's going to be very little. So, don't mean to be a downer, but I had a comment from yesterday regarding diabetic folks, and I had almost forgot because I had it on the back of that sheet. And as soon as I ended and looked down, I was like, uh-oh. So I want to do that real quick, but hopefully I'll see you guys tonight. God bless. Love y'all. Poppaprepper out. Like, really this time. I'm gone. I got to get to work.